Should we have our arms around each other? Because that's what couples who are in love do, right? No, that's weird. My name is Brooke.
And I'm Chelsea.
And thank you for stopping by our channel. We just wanted to give you guys, our relationship and how we came to be Brooke and Chelsea sort of in a quick nutshell. So, hope you guys enjoy our story. So, Chelsea and I met senior year of high school in California. We had English class together and I hated her.
That's a strong word.
I hated her.
She was obsessed with me.
Any opportunity to call me out in class, she would do that. From there, it was the next semester and Chelsea and I had photo together.
I got transferred into her photo class and she must have been really good or something because the teacher paired me up with her, and so she planted her number in my phone and then texted herself with it so that she could further harass me for the rest of my life.
I didn't harass her. It's not harassment if she texts me back. Sorry. What turned into just talking in class turned into texting here and there on the weekends maybe, and then it turned into texting every night. Eventually we started hooking up in the back of my truck. And when I say eventually, I'm literally talking about 2 weeks after we had photo together.
We went from strongly disliking each other to being somewhat friends to I love you. Disclaimer, I had a boyfriend for about 1.5 years. All this was kind of happening in a separate world in my head.
It's like a Sims game, I guess. Lesbian Sims. Yeah, so again, we met senior year of high school, which my graduation was like right around the corner, and I had planned to go to Arizona State for college, and Chelsea was moving back to Las Vegas, which is where she's born and raised.
So I was living in Vegas. I would visit her whenever I could, but there were a lot of periods where we were in love with each other and we were soulmates and nothing could ever, break our love to, I don't want to talk to you, don't text me anymore, I need to get over you, whatever. That went on for a long time.
Chelsea came to visit me at ASU whenever she could, but sometimes we go, 4 or 5 times seeing each other in like a 2-month span to
once or twice a year.
In between the bad times, we often were talking to someone on the side, and then when we decided it was just Brooke or just Chelsea, we'd like push that person off to the side. People were always like the Jacob to our Bella and Edward.
We had a lot of Jacob.
Just like Jacob thinking he's Edward, we had a lot of people in our life who thought they were Edwards, but like Chelsea and I knew like, no dude, you're Jacob.
With all the making up and breaking up, that got us into 2010. We were 20 years old.
We're adults.
We're adults now. We can make this official.
We even got each other's names tattooed on us. We'll talk about the tattoos at another time. We were going strong, and then later that year, unfortunately, I got myself in a situation to where I was unfortunately cheating on Chelsea behind her back.
So my first indication that weird things were happening was we'd only made it official for a couple weeks before I got, the maybe we should have an open relationship, maybe long distance doesn't work. All of this was just coming out of nowhere, so I started getting really suspicious. Fortunately, I kind of landed myself in a situation to where there was another girl I was talking to. She kind of tried to play like, I guess, Superman syndrome.
Yeah.
Where she was gonna come in and save me.
Just like with Jacob. Alright, let's use Jacob. When things weren't going well with Edward and Bella, Jacob would try to take advantage of that and tell Bella like, no Bella, you deserve better. Edward's a scumbag, and so it's very funny how people want to like take advantage of like, couples fighting. That led into Chelsea and I ultimately breaking up. We broke up in 2010, and 2 weeks after that, she started dating this other girl, but whatever. So she was with this other girl, and they were together for 2 years. My love for her never altered. I wanted it to go away. Desperately that I wanted to go away. Which takes us to 2012. I knew exactly where I was when I got a text from a 702 number and my heart dropped. I was in the middle of work when Chelsea texted me, "Are you okay?"
So I texted Brooke. I had been thinking about her a lot lately. I had had a dream about her the night before, and I just wanted to make sure she was okay and see how she was doing, considering I had just taken the shackles off of me.
We were just gonna be friends. We were different people. We were adults. It was almost like Brooke and Chelsea 2.0. A solid time passed by and we were like,
a couple months went by.
Yeah, we're like, we can
hang out.
We can hang out. Yeah, so like we're like, screw it, let's go get a drink, But like, don't put yourself around your ex and alcohol.
Yeah, So yeah, we met up at this bar and we were just getting a drink and catching up. There's good music. I was excited to be hanging out with Brooke again, and then we were making out.
Very shortly after. So after talking, and hanging out with each other, we were again still just friends.
It was like a friends with benefits situation. Then we started saying I love you.
So on January 26, 2013, we were in Chelsea's room. We were hanging out, and I was just like, Chelsea, let's be honest, we've been hooking up, our feelings obviously are very much alive.
That's not what you said. Okay, I'll tell the story. We were just watching TV, and she just looks at me and goes, I want you to be my girlfriend. That's how you did it. And I looked at her and said, we talked about this. We weren't going to be, rushing back into anything, because every time we do, we hurt each other.
She looks at me and she goes, Brooke, if we get back together, this is the last time. And I was like, that's all I've ever wanted. So we made out a lot and maybe had some sex. But yeah, we got back together. So this Tuesday, actually,
will be our 3 years of us being exclusively together and faithfully.
Yeah. It was July 31st, 2013, and Chelsea knows that date very well because she missed the Hollywood Undead concert that night.
I did.
Because she didn't get to go to the concert, I wanted to do a cool make good by it's just hey Chelsea, what if we grab some Chinese food and go to the jungle gym where we used to hook up? Remember that park we talked about? Yeah, that same one. It was 8 p.m., 9 p.m. at night, no one was there, it was nice. So I was just sticking around and I was like, well, what if we got married here, this park has some memories, it's got some history. She's like, yeah, that could be cool. And then I'm like, well, what if I brought you back here and proposed to you? And she's like, you can't plan our proposal, Brooke. It's supposed to be organic. You're not supposed to talk to me about it. And she storms off in a freaking fit. And I'm like, babe, turn around. Because little does she know, I was on one knee with a ring in my hand. So I finally got her to turn around, and so much came over me. All I can get out was will you marry me?
It was this sad little shaky, will you marry me?
That is so messed up.
But I instantly started crying. So, we had been talking about proposals already, and she said that she was the one that had to do it. So I don't know what she was so nervous about.
I wanted to be the one to propose, and I would have been pissed if she proposed to me. I would have said no. And then I would have went back to her in 3 months and proposed. I kid you not. I kid you not.
She's not kidding.
Her father was actually the first person we saw.
We went straight to my house. My dad loves her, adores her.
Adores me.
Always. Even when we were broken up. We got married last April 4th, 2015. It was a cute, intimate wedding in her uncle's beautiful backyard. Everything just turned out so perfect.
Chelsea and I come from very different backgrounds, so it was awesome to see all of them in the same place.
It was a great feeling knowing that we had so much love and support there with us.
Yeah, it's been a crazy journey and we're here now. So, that's our story in a nutshell. It's way more complicated and detailed than that, but we wanted to give you guys the SparkNote version. Please subscribe to BerrySwirl, and if you like this video or can relate to our story in any way, please give us a thumbs up. And we want to hear what you guys have to say about our story. If you have any questions, if you want to hear more, please do so in the comments below, and we'd be happy to do a Q&A with you guys sometime. So, yeah, that's what I got.
That's it.